Lila, do you love me? Yes, I do. I love everybody. As you can see on my show, Small Talk.
I just gotta say something. This girl, this woman, I got the pleasure of performing in Nashville with, okay? We traveled to Nashville. I opened for her, and we performed at no other than the strip club, okay?
Yeah!
Stripper stage is the hardest stage I've ever performed on. I mean, how do you follow ass and titties? I'm up there with the microphone. They're like, why does she still have her clothes on? But I did it. And this lady, she fucking killed it too. Give it up for Silvia Saige! Yes! Oh, yes, you're so sexy!
Oh my god, thank you. Guys, keep it going for fucking Lila. She's killing it. Loving it. Keep it going for whoever's smoking weed and get everyone in here involuntarily high. That's appreciated. Thank you. For the rappers who make me feel bad about being white. They're like, raise your hands. And I'm like, I don't know rhythm. Lila saw, we did comedy, and then what she didn't tell you is I had to get naked afterwards. I had to do a strip show after doing comedy, and I am not a stripper by any stretch of the imagination. I had to do 4 shows. By the end of the 4th show, everyone was happy it was over. I won't do it again. We'll say that. I would love to do comedy at another strip club, but never the stripping for me. It's my white girl came out real hard. Real embarrassing. You guys are really close to me, and this is fantastic. I don't know, can you guys tell that I recently had my lips done? Anybody? No, well, if you can't, then let's just talk about it. And let's discuss it. I don't know about the mothers in the audience. I don't get to perform for moms very often, so this is good for me. I don't know, have you heard of vaginal rejuvenation? Have you heard of this? Yeah. If you haven't, you should Google it later because it's fantastic. And basically what vaginal rejuvenation is, if you don't know, so it takes a lady's parts. And if you had meat curtains, it will take you to meat mini blinds. Once again, you know? And it looks fantastic. But I'm livid because that's not what I did. I did these lips because I live in Los Angeles and that's what you do, I guess, you know? So, but I saw the images after I did these and that's why I was so upset because I was like, oh my God, I didn't know. I'm walking around with a before picture. And I haven't had any children, so there's no real reason. I'm just blaming, I'm 35, so I'm maybe gravity at this point. I don't know. I've been with a lot of really big black men also. I don't know if it's, because it's I haven't given birth, but I feel like if you're with big enough black men, it's like a preemie, you know? At least. That's what I I love it too, but I feel like everyone can see that I've made a mistake, you know? I feel like I walk around with a mistake in between my legs at all times. It's like being opposite of a transvestite. I don't know. I'm gonna work on it. I love your shoes! Okay, wasn't a part of my set. Does anyone here eat vagina? Is that a thing?
Aaron, you better cheer.
Cheer. I didn't used to eat vagina, but I live in Los Angeles, and I don't know if you guys know anything about LA, but the rent is really high here. So I had to get creative with the ways that I made money, you know? And I came out here to do stand-up. I came out to Los Angeles 5 years ago to perform stand-up comedy, and then I got out here and I was hit with the harsh reality that I didn't have enough money to make it, and I became homeless really quickly. And a good way to get out of being homeless is to play a game called Fear Factor. Have you heard of the game? Joe Rogan used to do a game called Fear Factor. And he would put people against their physical and mental breaking points, and then he would force them to eat things like bull's testicles, right? That's not how I got famous. But I played a game really eerily similar and with the exact same premise. And that premise was, what exactly are you willing to put in your mouth and for what amount of money? And now I just call it pornography. And I'm really good at it, and I'm not homeless anymore. So I do eat a lot of vagina, is my point. And I like to give advice because I think 98% of the men in this world eat vagina wrong. It's a statistic I came up with all by myself, but still very accurate. And I don't think that it's men's fault that they do this wrong. I think that they try very hard to please women. And I think that they go out and they buy books and they tell them to do stupid things like the ABCs on a woman's vagina, right? Well, I'm here to tell you, you look stupid, okay? And it doesn't work. It doesn't. Because women, we need repetition in our lives. That's what we want. That's why the thing that we plug into the wall just goes, okay? That's all we want. That's all we need from you. So we need you to pick one letter out of the alphabet, gentlemen, and then you stick with that letter, okay? And if you're curious, I am single, and my letter is I. And it's just I, like 5-10 minutes, you know. And I don't know your girl, you should ask, but yeah, eyes all around. Eyes all around. But if you can't do that, gentlemen, that's where I ask that you just like bring us up the penis, right? Like that's why you're here, right? It's one thing that you have that we don't, and I just ask that when you bring us up the penis, if you could not flip me around into that 69 bullshit, okay? Because I didn't ask for it, and I sure as fuck don't want it, okay? Because I think at no point during foreplay should I or any other woman be forced to stare directly into a straight man's asshole, okay? They are dark, they are dirty, alright? They smell bad, alright? I think you should have some shame. That's what I think. I mean, I have shame in my asshole. I do. It's not for that same reason, though. You guys, I have this little tiny mole. Now, you can Google this, okay? It's right next to my asshole, and it very much resembles a piece of shit, okay? So I get ashamed anytime I'm with a new man, and then he tries to, like, politely flick it away, you know? And I'm like, oh, no, that one's here to stay, okay? It's funny, though, because as shameful as assholes are, I still find that men are trying to get inside of them, you know? And, like, accidentally, you know? Like, they think that we don't know the difference, okay? So I want to explain the difference to you, gentlemen, okay? So it's the difference between pure pleasure and then someone sticking a dick in your ass, okay? We can tell, all right? And gentlemen, if you find a lady who is nice enough to let you stick it in her pooper, don't be surprised when it comes out wearing a little shih tzu, right? You know? A little crap cap, you know? Because that's where shit comes from, okay? I've been giving blowjobs for 20 years, and never in my life have I heard a man ask for a blowjob without the spit, okay? That's just not how it works, right? And this is where I have to apologize to the women because I do work in pornography, and I am very well aware that I sell a fantasy and that pornography is not real, okay? Not everybody is aware of that statement, and I need you to know, okay? Because I find that men, they've gotten on this new thing, and porn has done it, and that's why I have to apologize. And it's where, like, men get off with, like, gagging us with their penises, you know, and the poor girl's down there, like, like tears running down her face. Like, I know, I'm that poor girl, okay? But that's not real life, okay? Because in real life, she's gonna vomit on your dick, right? And I vomit too, but I'm a true professional, so I just right back up, you know?
Yes, girl.
And I understand the same reason that they go out and they buy Magnum condoms when they clearly have a less than average day. You know? It's like it makes them feel like a big, strong man, you know? And then I'm like, our finger also gags us, okay? So that's not about you, right? I mentioned earlier, guys, that I'm 35, and obviously I work in pornography and I do stand-up comedy, and when people hear this a lot of times, they're like, oh my God, this chick has hit rock bottom. And I am here to assure you that, yeah, I absolutely have. But also that pornography was not that for me. Amazingly enough, I worked in corporate America, guys, for 8 years. I worked in hospitals. 6.5 years, you want to count all the times I called in, okay? I was a horrible employee, and some would gather to say a worse person. I called in every way I possibly could. I killed off all my grandparents. I mean, they were already dead, but like I brought them back to life so I could kill them again, you know? And one day I was laying there in bed and I'd run out of grandparents, and I thought, what will I tell these people today? And my brain went, well, you know what? If you tell them that you're pregnant, you can get some time off for morning sickness, right? And I did, right? But here's the problem, you guys. When you tell someone that you're pregnant, they expect a baby, right? So one day, now this is where you might hate me. One day I had to call in with my miscarriage. And, I know, it was a it was a rough day for me. And it was the depression that I suffered following that miscarriage. That's where I got the real PTO. That's a true fucking story. And all pornography ever did for me, guys, was get me tested and then provide me with other clean partners, and then they cut me a check, okay? It's a pretty big check, right? And so I don't feel like pornography was rock bottom for me. I felt like making up babies to murder them felt more like rock bottom. I felt like I've won the best game of Would You Rather in history, you know? It was like life presented me with these two options, and it was like, would you rather continue killing mythical babies in corporate America, or take clean hot dick for money? And I was like, hi, Alex, I'll take being a whore for $2,000. They take away all the risk, you know? Like the risk of your parents ever being proud of you. Yeah. Just kidding. My dad is weirdly proud of me. I always tell people, I'm like, my dad's my fan, and they're like, that's fucked up. I'm like, yeah, it is. It is fucked up. But it's not because he like watches my porn, at least I don't think he has. We haven't had that discussion, I don't want to. But it's because he wishes he were me. He thinks that like I have found the golden ticket, you know? He's like, whoa, wait. So you go get paid to have sex during the day, and then you go and tell jokes about it at night? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking cool. He's like, kinda wish I would have thought of that. So I'm gonna bring my dad on the road next time. I'm just kidding. Yeah! You know what's really fucked up about that is I worked at Hooters when I was 18 years old, and my dad would come into Hooters and like have lunch with me, and everybody thought that was really weird. And I'm like, my dad's here for every other chick but me. Promise you this. All right. Do you want me to keep? I'll just keep on going, but I don't know how long. We have to move on.
She's killing it. You guys love
Yeah. But I'm gonna wrap it up, and you guys can find me online at Silvia Saige, SilviaSaige. There's a lot of I's in there. Do you wonder why? Thank you guys. I'm Silvia Saige.
And you're gonna stay for we have the comedians panel. Okay, so that'll happen in a little bit. Give it up for Silvia Saige! Yeah! Porn star comedian. I love her. And she's got a great body. I saw it in person, live. You guys can all check it out online too. So subscribe though. You better give me that money when you do it.
Welcome to the small with Lila Hart, that's me.